Hello, everyone. Welcome to Geekonomics. We're back. It's a brand new edition of Geekonomics. How you doing, Brian? Did you have a
I'm
good week of vacation?
I'm just off vacation, baby. Woo! It's
Vacation,
my
Brian.
vacation. Brian's back.
Mai tais and
My ties
cocktail weenies. I don't know what
and
you do on
back
vacation.
rubs.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
well. Okay.
so my vacation felt like I was just home, doing things. We got to go out a couple times, which was nice. The weather
Yeah.
cooperated with us, and we got to do some day trips. But for the most part, it just felt like I was home, not working, as
Which is like
opposed
a
to being
vacation.
was
Yeah.
like opposed to being home but
Yeah.
working. So I don't know. I can't wait until we can actually like
Go into an office so it actually feels like you're on vacation when you're not there.
right because right now like
Yeah.
being home during a staycation would be fantastic if I'd gone into the office every day. But
Yeah.
since my office is my home, it just felt like any other day, unless those
It feels
days.
like you're not doing work, that you should be doing something.
Right. But
Yeah.
those certain days we went out felt like a vacation because we went to like Northampton for the day. We went
Ah,
to
nice.
Mansfield
Nice.
flea market. We went to the Last Post, which is this cool. Allison always wanted to take me there. It's in Connecticut. It's where people will bring their cats. Like say you were a grandma or you're older and you're gonna pass away and the cat doesn't have a place to go.
Yeah.
You could leave the cat to the Last Post with a donation, and they will take care of the cat for this entire life. And it's
Wow.
we went there to visit the cats. They have a
Yeah.
lot. They're very well taken care of.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting place. It allows the public to come in. You can feed them treats. You can play with them. So it was a lot of fun, and like you feel bad for them, but at the same time they are in a good place. So they're not like in a kill shelter. So I
Yeah.
think that's a plus. Um, so that
So
was
they don't like readopt back out again? It's
some
only just,
do.
oh, okay.
So if you had a cat and you dropped it off and you say, you I don't know where to bring this. Could you put this up for adoption? They do
Yeah.
have like adopted cats, but then they have other cats that are actually lifers because they were, say someone's will was like, my cat will go to the Last Post.
Yeah.
Here's a donation of X amount of dollars.
Yeah. Yeah.
And those cats are lifers, but they do have cats you can adopt.
Ah.
So it's
Make
kind
it
of
out
cool.
without taking a cat home.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cats, man, that were like,
You're a cat guy. You've
I
gone
love the
full
cat.
cat. So
Yeah, full cat. I went
full
full
cat.
cat. So
Where
that
is
was
this place located?
um, I can tell
We're
you.
just there, and you don't know where it is.
Well, I was a
You
blind.
are an old man,
The Last
very
Post,
old man.
Connecticut.
I was just there 4 days ago. I don't remember where it is.
It's in Falls Village, Connecticut.
Oh,
So it was about an
very
hour
cool.
drive.
Yeah.
And it was kind of cool because we got to go see other. We went to like other places in the area.
Yeah.
And then I on vacation we were like, oh, we get to watch A Quiet Place 2 because Paramount Plus had it
Yes.
on Tuesday
It's
for
free.
free,
Yeah.
no extra charge. So
Yeah.
I got the 7-day free trial because I've
Hmm.
never gotten Paramount Plus before.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. We enjoyed it. It was great to see something we didn't have to pay for, really.
Yeah.
That I canceled the app right away. I was like, "There's nothing on this for me." No offense to anybody who likes it. I'm glad if people like it, awesome. But for me,
Yeah.
I
There
was
really
like,
isn't much on there.
there is nothing on there for me. Also, I thought the app sucks.
It's
I
not
don't
yet.
know.
It's just CBS All Access. Just change the logos.
I had it on my PS4. We were down in the basement watching it on my PS4, and now all other apps work nice and smoothly.
Mm.
Never had a problem. This thing was so slow and clunky, and it, it would play a commercial, like not during the movie. I
Yeah.
went to go watch something else, and it got to the commercial break, and then it froze, and then just played the audio of the commercial break,
Yeah.
and then it eventually unfroze, and then it was kind of off, and getting the control panel to come up was so slow. And the movie, the control panel did not come up at all. Like I could not pause it. I could not rewind it. I don't know why. And
they have the thing on theirs where
it's
they
very
don't
weird.
rewind, and you can't pause even in shows.
Really?
Like new shows, yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Wow.
Peacock's the same way on some things. Like Peacock on a live event, you can't pause it.
Well, I understand a live event. I have Peacock, and I can fast forward. I can I watch Dateline on there, no problem.
Yeah, but I'm saying like on a regular, like a live event, or even on your DVR, or even on like a regular streaming service that has live streaming, you can pause it, and it'll keep recording it for you. Then you can rejoin back in again when you want to. Or if the event starts and like you say you're running late and you don't catch you're not in time for the beginning of it,
right?
Peacock won't even let you start it from the beginning. Like you can't, like if you're 5 minutes late, you missed the first 5 minutes of the live event.
Right.
But it takes 24 hours for them to put the replay up afterwards.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass.
Or during your live streaming, it just doesn't work. It just stops working and starts like blinking and digitizing and terribleness.
That was your experience with wrestling?
Oh, that's been already my experience with wrestling on Peacock ever since they switched to Peacock. It hasn't been right since they switched. And the whole thing, like I was saying, with the not being able to catch it, like jump in later on, and start from the beginning, like you used to be able to do, is like one of the worst parts of the whole thing. Because you have to be there at, like, the show starts at 8. If you get there at 8:05, 8:10, you've missed that 10 minutes. And it's like, like the other on the network, when it used to be on the WWE network, you could show up 2 hours into the show and I could still like start at the beginning and speed through certain things and like catch back up again. Whereas this one, you have to, like, you missed it. See it tomorrow, and you can watch it tomorrow after you've already watched it on YouTube. Yeah, you got all the information that you needed.
That's a pain in the ass.
It's the worst.
Well, they all have their pros and cons. I mean, I don't really watch the only time I watch anything live is on Hulu, and that's it.
Yeah,
and I don't have problems with that at all.
No, I got Fubo, and it's great for live stuff. You can rewind it, watch it, catch up when you want, do whatever you need to do. But I don't know, the Peacock app, and I say it all the time. Like, I've had the conversation with Matt Ryan before. Like, I can't wait till this happens to people when they watch the Olympics. Like, if you wanted to watch a certain event and you don't make it in time to catch it,
because it's live. It's live.
Good luck.
And I think people who watch things you can watch it on normal cable, but like, I think on Peacock, you just know it's live, and it's not like a DVR. You can't rewind it. I mean, I would know that. Like, it just is what it is. So
it's just every other streaming service that does this, has the live stuff.
I know.
Has that technology. It's just Peacock is the only one that decided they didn't want to spend the extra couple bucks to put that into.
Well, maybe enough people will complain and fix it.
It's not very Comcastic. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, like I said, Paramount Plus, I was amazed I couldn't pause a movie. So
it's the worst app ever. I can't stand it.
I deleted it right away. I was just like, I watched my free movie.
Yeah.
We were looking at the selection, and there was some stuff not worth paying for, but I was like, oh, I haven't seen that in a long time.
Yeah, you can watch Cheers.
I can watch Cheers on Hulu. I already watched Cheers. I already did my whole Cheers rewatch.
This is a random thing. I don't know if it's on there. I just like,
but a lot of
it's got a lot of like old CBS shows.
Yes, which a lot of it is on Hulu. So it just seems like an unnecessary app for me. But I feel like a lot of people like Star Trek. It's probably fantastic.
If you watch CBS shows, you get Paramount Plus. If you watch NBC shows, you get Peacock. If you watch ABC or Fox shows, you get Hulu. That's how it works now.
Yeah. Well, I mostly watch NBC and I use Hulu. That's it.
I don't watch barely any regular shows. Just like for like mindless entertainment when we're eating dinner or something, we'll watch Pressure Luck or something like that. So
yeah. Well, anyway, The Quiet Place Part 2 was good. It wasn't as good as the first one. I don't want to ruin it for anybody who hasn't seen it. I definitely check it out.
Yeah.
And
If you want to check it
hopefully-
out too, the first 10 minutes are on YouTube. They did release the first 10 minutes of the movie. I
Yeah.
watched that.
You gotta watch the first. You gotta watch the whole thing, baby.
Well, I know, but if you want like me who didn't see the first one, I was like, oh, the first 10 minutes are on YouTube. I'll watch the first 10 minutes. It was all right.
It's intense. It's an intense movie.
Okay.
It picks up where the first one left off, and the way
Doesn't it start as like a prequel, kind of? A blue jay just landed right in my window. That was crazy.
it's only a prequel in the very beginning. It just
Oh,
shows you how everything happened,
All right.
and then after that, it just goes right into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that happened. It was good. So how was your week, Marcus?
It was good. It was good. It was a nice. It was a light work week actually. There wasn't a lot of because like our boss's boss is on vacation, so that meant not much for us to really, no meetings or anything. So that was kind of interesting. You forget how much you miss doing meetings when you don't have meetings, which I'm assuming you know from this past week as well, not having work. We started getting into This Is Pop on Netflix,
Yeah,
and it's amazing.
yeah, it looks good. I gotta check that out.
Yeah, they're not, and it's not like a full on like connected story where they did them. They're all individual documentaries. So it's like each episode's a different story. It's not like telling like the history of pop basically.
Yeah.
So it's great. So you can like pick and choose if you wanted to skip one or two, you can do that. First one is the Boys to Men story, which is crazy. There's a lot of stuff in there I didn't know, and it was very interesting. The second one is all about autotune and the whole T-Pain saga, basically.
Yeah.
Like how his whole career was like ruined basically by Usher, who's a terrible person. But yeah, those are the only two we've gotten through so far. But we watched the third one, which is all about Sweden and how they've basically written every pop song over the past like 20 to 30 years, which is crazy. So they're all very well done and well put together. And if you're in the music at all, I would give it a check out. So, well, yeah, so that's like been the thing we've been doing all week, basically, when we have at the end of the night, that's what we watch. Besides that, not much else. Didn't really watch anything else. Haven't really gotten into anything. It's kind of like a lull right now. There's not much going on.
Yeah.
Like there's no like with Loki ending. I mean, still watching Bad Batch, which is good. Pretty much else. I had a race in New York on Saturday for the go-kart series I'm running. It was crazy warm out. I like haven't been in that much heat in one location in a while.
Well, you're outside the whole time.
Yeah, but it was just like it wasn't even like it was tropical is what the weather was like felt like as soon as you got out of the car, you're sweating. It was like just flop sweat like the whole day. It was crazy. I have like yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah,
and then on the way home we got caught in the rainstorms. And I guess there was a tornado in Summers. Did you see this?
There was a tornado. Yeah.
Yeah. An EF0 tornado, but still a tornado nonetheless. But we got caught in some of like that rain in like coming from New York to Connecticut in 84.
Yeah.
It was so bad, like people pulled off on the side of the road. Like stop.
The worst.
Yeah. It was like I was driving and Josh was looking at the lines to make sure I was still in the lines. He's like, I'll watch the lines, you watch the road. I'm like, okay. And I got behind a 18-wheeler, a FedEx 18-wheeler, and I basically just like drafted him through the storm. But yeah, so it's always it's like nerve-wracking when that happens because it's like it's so much rain that the wipers can't even handle it.
Yeah.
Even at their fastest speed, so it's just like so that was an experience.
That's the worst.
Yeah, and then yesterday was just a chill, relaxed Sunday, which is nice. That's my new thing. I've kind of taken your lead on that. I'm talking to you pre and post show about Sundays are now like I don't do anything days unless I have something scheduled, of course.
Yeah.
But I try to make at least one of the days of the weekend like do nothing days. Just maybe go to the grocery store, but no like big events, or just try to pick one day and do nothing.
Sunday is my day, baby. I just do stuff that I want to get done, and it's a me day.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't always turn out that way, but I like
No, but
to
at least
have
you
it
at
that
least
way.
have that plan.
Yeah.
So. But Friday night we did go to a Yard Goats game, which was a good time.
Oh man,
Yeah,
how was that?
it was good. We went with a bunch of the Wolfpack fans. They we got a group together and went into the picnic area
Yeah.
out in the outfield, and we sat like right behind the away team's dugout bullpen area. And it was great because I don't care what either team wins or loses. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just there to have a good time, watch baseball, be outside. Claire went, my brother and sister went, and my brother-in-law Jonas and his daughter went. So all just kind of sat together. It was nice to kind of just hang out and not and it wasn't that many people in the area that we were in, so
Yeah.
it was relaxing just to sit and watch baseball, and eat the food, and do the whole baseball thing.
Yep. Yep. That's cool.
Yeah.
I always forget about the Yard Goats.
Yeah.
I always forget.
They're right there. It's
I always
crazy.
forget we have them.
Right in the center of town.
Yeah.
Like 4 blocks away from the Civic Center.
Well, that's good, Mark. Sounds like you had a good time there.
Yeah. So I had somewhat of a crazy busy week, but not too crazy.
Yeah. Well, I do have some news, Marcus.
All right.
I'm going to hit you up here. So, Indiana Jones 5 seems to be set during 1969.
Oh man.
Or at least a portion of the movie appears to be taking place in that year. There was another incident with a actor who injured themselves. Because it just seems like I don't know, it's just like old people.
They're all old. They can't do all these things. They shouldn't be doing like stunts and stuff.
I don't know. So the actor got hurt while being chased by Harrison Ford, and it takes place like
it must have been a slow injury.
I know.
Get over here. Get over whippersnapper.
So I didn't realize this, but the Kingdom of Crystal Skull took place in 1957.
Yes.
So this will be about 10, 11 years later.
Yes.
If it does take place all in 1969.
Yeah.
And I guess this little injury happened. They were filming a scene during a parade during the Apollo 11 returning, and they have a parade in New York City.
Tinker Take parade.
Yeah. And it's interesting because it's being filmed in Glasgow, Scotland.
Yes.
And they made it all look up like New York City.
Well, they built the whole city in wherever in Game of Thrones, so I'm pretty sure they could. It's just one. It's just the Canyons of Heroes. Is that what they call it? So it's just the buildings on their side and just the street. So
yeah, and then they'll add the rest with CG.
Yeah, they'll CG the rest of the buildings in and just make enough so you can see when they shoot.
I don't know. This movie, it's going to be interesting. Because
it's like him handing it over to somebody else, right? Is that the shtick of this?
I don't know. That was supposed to be the last one with
Shia LaBeouf,
but he's not in this movie.
No, because he's not the right guy to be Indiana Jones.
I don't really know. To me,
Indiana Jones was supposed to be, when at first I thought the whole shtick of Indiana Jones was to be like the American version of James Bond, where it could be handed off to other actors and still be the same character, basically.
I don't think so. I don't think people would like that. I think it would have to be someone completely different. Honestly, I think this Indiana Jones movie, I honestly don't care. I don't have any interest in this at all. I just feel this Indiana Jones for me ended with the third movie.
Yeah.
The fourth one to me is just
Last Crusade was good. Wasn't that the one with Sean Connery?
Yeah, I like the first three. The
Yeah.
fourth was Crystal Skull, which I just
Oh, okay.
was,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
was just okay. And this one, I'm like, why? Why are we doing
Yeah.
this?
I mean, unless it's like they're doing this to like officially hand off to somebody.
Well, they're officially ending his story with this one, they say.
Yeah.
But I don't think it needs to be official. I don't understand. I don't understand that unless he dies at the end or he retires at the end.
Yeah.
Does
Rides
it
off the
really
horse or
matter?
something.
Are people clamoring for that? I don't think so. I don't know.
No, it's that tinge of nostalgia. That's what they're putting their money on is like
I
people still
know.
like Indiana Jones and they're gonna go just to see kids with Indiana Jones.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, people getting
Because then
injured.
they'll just reboot it within 2 years anyways, and it won't matter. So
Maybe. I mean,
I can do
if
everything else nowadays.
if this one passes it off to someone else, then they can have that new person take over. You know.
Yeah, or they'll just make it to like New Adventures of Indiana Jones and just make him younger, like he's in
Well, they already
college.
did. They already did that. They already did. That was a TV show.
Yeah, but no one remembers the TV show. They'll make a movie out of it.
That TV show was really good.
I didn't say it wasn't. I'm just saying people would, you know.
I got another bit of news.
Okay,
So Black Widow did very well its opening weekend,
it was very
and
good.
it had
Again, very good.
had a box office slump. It dropped from number 1 to number 2, and a lot of theater owners are blaming the fact that it is on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
And it's interesting because it only pulled in 26 million over the weekend, which is not much. And Space Jam, the new Space Jam, A New Legacy, earned 31 million and came in number 1.
which is even crazier because that's free, so you can't blame Disney Plus
Well, but
because Space Jam's free on HBO Max.
yes, it is. But also, it's interesting because 31 million
Isn't that much?
isn't that much, and that's a
It's a
big
kids movie, really.
that's a big slump for Black Widow to go from what it made, and then to drop down to 26 million.
Well, I mean, it's just I don't think there's still enough people that are willing to go to a movie theater.
So it is
They
a
got like
67% decline.
so you got like the usual suspects that went the first weekend,
Yeah,
like the regular fans that would go to
I
these
think
movies.
everybody went the first weekend.
Yeah, and then they're not like it's not like it doesn't have a lot of return viewership.
Yeah, I mean,
Like I'll rewatch it, but I'll wait till it's free on Disney.
right, totally. It is. They noted that it was one of the biggest drops ever for a Marvel film,
Yeah,
and the worst among the MCU films released by Disney. So basically, at night, I mean, it. They're saying what they're saying is what the people who own these theaters are saying. We wouldn't have such a big drop if it was not because it's on Disney Plus and people couldn't watch it at home. It would have stayed number 1 for the second weekend.
Yeah, because people wouldn't watch it at home. They would still go to the theater to watch it because you get that word of mouth thing of, oh, hey, you should check out Black Widow. And people go, oh, do I need to go to the theater to watch it? It's like, you really probably don't. You can just watch it on HBO, on Disney Plus.
Right. So
it's not like a movie that needs the movie theater.
I think it does. I'm glad I saw it.
Well, I mean, it's not like you can, if you were going to watch it, you can get away with watching it on Disney Plus. It's not going to be a crazy difference than seeing it in the movie theater. It's not like there's a bunch of huge like Endgame or Infinity War where there's huge like shots and major events happening. You can watch it on Disney Plus and basically get the same reaction.
Yeah, so that happened. I mean, we'll see how the rest of the year goes with the streaming services amongst I mean, the fact that even the movie that the new Space Jam did that much money when you can.
That's still not crazy amounts of money though. That's the thing. It's still just a regular. That's a pretty plebeian.
It made 54 million globally. It brought in 23 million overseas and 31 million over here. But I have to say, I mean, yeah, it's low if this was before pandemic, but during pandemic, that's I guess it's not that bad considering you could have watched it at home for free and it could have made no money in the theater. So people
Yeah.
still went out to go see it. Needless to say. So
Yeah, I mean, and we also don't get another Marvel movie till September. So
right. So
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
yeah, I'm excited for that one.
Then it gets kind of crazy if you think about it, because you got Shang-Chi in September, Eternals in November, then Spider-Man in December,
Right. I know. We got a packed house,
and
baby.
then next year you got Doctor Strange, Thor. Doctor Strange is in March, Thor's in May, Black Panther's in July, and then the Marvels is in November.
Yeah.
And then you got for 2023 so far they've announced Ant-Man and Guardians.
I know.
That's not including you have on Disney Plus side, What If is next month, August. And then Hawkeye is after that, and then Miss Marvel is after that. And then next year you got Moon Knight, She-Hulk, the Guardians holiday special, which I'm assuming will be around Christmas time. And also Secret Invasion is next year.
Yeah.
It's gonna get crazy.
Gonna get crazy in here, baby.
Yeah. That's a lot of Marvel coming.
Yeah. Also, over this week, Steam officially announced the Steam Deck, a handheld gaming PC, arriving later this year. I have been watching a lot of videos about this. I don't have Steam. I'm not a PC gamer and never will be.
Yeah. Madura was a big PC gamer, I remember.
Yeah, it's just not my thing.
Does Francia do the Steam stuff too?
I don't know. I mean, he has his laptop, but I don't know what anybody else does. That doesn't bother me. I'm just saying personally, when I'm away from my computer for work, the last thing I want to do is get in front of a new computer.
Yeah, exactly.
Games.
Right.
I rather
like I'm not like
I want a controller and I want a TV, and then I'm happy. But anyway, this is kind of cool because it's like a Switch in the way that you can hook it up to a monitor, and it's pretty amazing what you're getting for the cost, and you're playing like PC quality games. If you have a Steam account, I mean, you can take it on the go. The base version is $400 with only 64 gigabytes of storage, which is not a lot at all. I guess you can add your own storage with an SD card, but I don't really know if that's really going to cut it. And then it goes up from there at $530 for the 256 gig, and then you're going $650 for the 512 gigabytes. But 512 is still not a lot because
you're still gotta
it's going to be interesting. It's going to come out this Christmas. Will it do well? I think the technology is really interesting. It's really cool.
Yeah.
And I watch a lot of videos. It looks awesome. Will a normal consumer buy this? I don't know. Because
it's made for the computer gamers. It's just a way for them to be mobile instead of
yes, but this is also trying to appeal to others because you can get people into the Steam ecosystem. But it's also interesting because at those prices, you might as well get a PS5 or an Xbox Series X, and you're going to get more space. It's not going to be portable, but still, I don't know. We'll see where this goes. I think the technology will definitely help push the envelope for others, and I think it will be interesting what happens. The last time Steam did the Steam box, right around the time where PS4 and the Xbox One X was coming out, Steam did a Steam box and it failed. And they put out their own little console with a controller, and basically you had a Steam account and it was like a console version, and it didn't do well. So because of the popularity of the Switch, this could do well. I think it's going to depend on price. Are people willing to pay that much money? And will this go out and beyond just PC gamers? Will this actually appeal to other folks?
Well,
like me?
if the mobile thing was such a like a popular thing,
Well, it is.
besides the Switch, like wouldn't like Sony and Xbox have jumped on it? I know Sony had the
No, they had a Vita.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, they had Vita, but they stopped because that was just for indie games mostly. I mean,
Yeah.
the Steam Deck is like you're getting AAA games
Yeah.
mobile, which is crazy. I mean, the stuff behind the hood on this is pretty crazy because you're getting like ray tracing, you're getting HDR, you're getting the bells and whistles as if you were playing this on a PC,
Yeah.
or a console at home. So that's pretty cool. I mean, Xbox has you can stream games to your phone. They have the X Cloud now, which
yeah, but I mean, it's not like the Switch. Like you don't have the controllers on your phone to like play it. Like I'm saying,
right.
like
every company does their. Sony got out of the handheld market. Xbox does cloud stuff, and then Nintendo was just gradually going towards this Switch thing. It's popular because it's cheap, and people like Nintendo games. But I don't know. I don't know.
The price point's pretty.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money to be shilling out for a portable.
Right, and I could buy. You can go buy a Switch for $300.
Yeah.
And get really great games, or you can just go buy a new console and get the exact same games.
Yeah.
That this Steam portable system has. A lot of those big games are on that.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of people like being into the mobile, like handheld versions of like an Xbox or a PlayStation.
Yeah, I feel like it could be a fad with this. I think it will come out, it might do well, and then it'll just kind of fade away if it doesn't stay popular. I by next year we'll know how well it's doing.
What was the first Sony one?
Vita.
Was that the Vita way back when? It was like all black. I had one of those.
Yeah, the PSP. No, the
PSP. That's what I had.
Yeah. Remember, I played mine at Grand Theft Auto. We'd go to the hockey games. I just played Grand Theft Auto on there all the time.
Yeah,
I loved it.
And they had like videos. You can get like
UMDs. You can watch movies. Yeah, that's before streaming. So
that was like Spider-Man 2, I think.
Yeah,
like the original Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
I think I have that. I think I had that on the PSP.
Yeah, it was a cool little. I still have mine. It's a cool little device, and I have a Vita. I have both. But I mean, this is like high.
Here's a question: are you gonna get one?
No way. I have no interest. I don't have a Steam account, and nor do I want one.
Okay.
I look at it this way: I literally can play all those games shown on my PS5 or my Xbox. I have no, and my Switch. I have everything I want to play on that, so I'm not going to get a Steam Deck.
Well, you think it's aimed to get that age group?
I think it's out to get the people 30 plus.
Really? You think?
Yeah.
I think it'd be more for like the younger age group.
It's too expensive.
Yeah, they have their parents buy it for them.
I don't know. Maybe.
They're the ones that have Steam accounts.
Mark, I hate to tell you, people our age have Steam accounts. People older.
I know, but isn't like the main group of people like on Steam like younger?
I don't believe that. I mean,
I don't know. I'm asking. I don't know.
Oh, I'm telling you, I'm probably the age.
I don't know anything about Steam whatsoever. I've never even been to like the website. I don't even know what it looks like. I know that the logo is, and that's about it.
Yeah, I think the ages range from young to very old. I mean, there's PC gamers in their 50s and their 60s. I mean, our age, younger. So I think it goes the gambit ranges. So I don't know. I don't have any statistics to prove otherwise. I think the price point to me suggests an older audience that's into it. That might be already a Steam gamer and it's like, oh, I can take this portably. So,
well, I mean, I think the younger generation. I mean, I know
maybe.
the kids that do the esports gaming have plenty of expendable income.
Yeah, but you're going to be sporting on a nice PC. So,
I am saying.
yeah. I don't know. We'll see how this
Yeah.
does. I'm not going to get one. I have no need for it.
A buddy of mine in go-karts, his kid's one of the big Fortnite gamers or esports gamers. And I was talking to him not long ago about, and he was telling me the amount of money that the kid was pulling in, and it's just like,
well, he's got to be
crazy.
doing good.
It's crazy.
If he's bringing, well,
yeah, he's like one of the top like Fortnite gamers. Or he was. I don't know what he is now, what game he's playing now, but
yeah.
I know when Fortnite was big, he was like the big, when they were doing the big competitions in like football stadiums, he was like one of those kids.
It's good money if you're into it. It's definitely good money. And I think that's it, Mark. That's all I got.
Like I said, it's a pretty light week. Not much been going on. Olympics happening this weekend.
Yeah.
Besides that, not much else going on.
Bunch of people are getting COVID at the Olympics this morning. I was watching the news, and they already had like people are being tested left and right for COVID. So it ain't shaping out to be that great right now.
Yeah.
That sucks. Because if you get COVID, you're out.
Yeah.
You're out. I mean, it sucks. Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah, it's only a 16-day event, so it's not like you're gonna get it and be able to come back and do anything. So
right. Totally.
It's an interesting situation.
Yeah.
And now we got the Delta variant going, and people are cases are rising in Florida again, and
for unvaccinated folks.
Yes.
I mean, LA just starting today. They said Sunday night.
Yeah.
Everybody's going back to masks inside or outside.
Yeah.
And they had lifted the mask mandate, but now they're just saying everyone's got to wear a mask again inside. I haven't stopped. I still wear my mask when I go to a store. So I'm preparing for that to happen to us if our numbers go up, but who knows?
I'm not I don't wear it to the grocery store. Like I have it with me if I get in like a busy area. But like if it's just like me in an aisle by myself, basically, because I don't go until like late at night anyways to go shopping. So there's usually not many people in the store with me. So I don't feel as like nervous about it. But if there's like a lot of people like by the deli counter or like that, I'll throw the mask on.
But, well, you're vaccinated too.
Yeah, that too. That's why. Yeah. But if I'm like in an aisle and there's no one else in the aisle with me, I'm fine with it off.
Just let it fly, baby. Just take it off.
And if I'm outside, I don't put the mask on.
Yeah, outside.
Landing on my window. It's weird.
You're like a cat. You're like
it's like the third bird to like land like on the screen and like cling to the screen and then jump off.
Oh my!
That means they want me to fill the bird feeder. That's what that means.
Probably.
They identified me as the bird feeder guy.
It happens here too. I fill the feeder every morning.
Yeah.
All right, Mark. We got Loki season finale.
Oh man.
I got some Easter egg stuff.
Well, first off,
you took notes, right?
I didn't end up taking notes.
Oh, you suck.
I started taking notes, and then it was so good, I just paid attention and didn't take notes. But I remember everything that happened.
Well, we can just talk about the main points anyway.
Well, here's what I was going to ask. Do you still have the sheet from when we did the first episode?
I can't find it.
There you go.
I know. I was looking.
How we do it.
I was looking for it today. It might have gotten thrown away in the shuffle.
There you go.
Maybe. Where could it be? I could check upstairs. I was looking for it this morning. I couldn't find it. I know, top of my head, Owen Wilson did not say wow.
Never said wow.
He never said wow, which is crazy.
Wow.
The episodes all, I think I said
they're all under an hour.
They're under an hour, but I said a half an hour.
Yes.
And
so you're wrong there.
I was wrong there.
I think we talked about who we thought the big bad would be at the end.
Yeah,
I
which
think we're both wrong.
we were so wrong.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what we thought it was gonna be.
I think I don't think we even, I don't even know if we even got into that. I think we just kind of just, yeah, I don't even know if we even got into that.
Let me
You know, we
look.
talked about last week, and we talked about who we thought the big bad would be, or what the big finale person would be.
Well, we got that right. I mean, we knew
Well,
it
you
was going
said
to be
Kang. I
Kang.
thought it was going to be Loki himself, like another version of Loki.
Yeah, but Kang made the most sense, and it
It
was.
did. It did. I was just kind of, I was surprised that they would use that in this series, I guess.
I mean, you were surprised, but the internet was not because
Well, on
everybody
the
knew it was
internet,
going to be
yeah,
Kang.
because they, their second cousin's best friend's dog's walker knows a guy who works on the set who said
Well,
that Kang was going to be in the show.
it was the clues. It was the clues the show laid out for us in hindsight. And like I said, episode 5 had a lot of those clues.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's
see, I don't know
why
anything about Kang, so that's
me
why I
neither.
didn't catch him. So that's why I don't want to I don't go and research right after I watch the episode to find out every little thing on who every little character is, like some
Well,
people.
I mean, I had to because we talk about it on the show.
I'd rather be
Um,
surprised.
so it
I
is
like finding out on
Kang.
my own.
It is not King the Conqueror yet because it was Kang the person who was keeping everything under control.
Yes.
And basically, if you look at it this way, Sylvie was the villain because she took him out and fucked things up.
Well, see, here's my thing on that. Uh, he says like, "Oh, I don't know what's gonna happen next," kind of thing.
Yeah,
But then at the end, he's like, "I'll see you soon."
yeah.
After she stabs him. So I think he does know. Like he knows this has to happen.
No.
Like it's been so long that I have to we have to the universe has to get fractured again for me to refix it.
No,
Like very
he
it
gave
reminded me
you.
very much of Matrix. Very Matrix-esque.
Yeah, it was
Like it's
Matrix
just
X,
another reboot of the system.
but no,
And
but he told her.
Loki is Neo, and he has to go through the same thing over and over and over again. He's
Yeah,
like in
but
a time loop.
he told them plain and simple that either you take over for my job and you guys
Yes.
can handle this, or
Yeah.
you kill me. And if you kill me, this is what's going to happen. And he laid it out, saying basically, we had a war. We
Yeah.
had a bunch of Kangs coming in, and everybody wanted it was peace at first. We went to war. I got it under control. So it's either
But
you
my thing
keep
is
the
like if he
control or
supposedly won the war and eliminated all these other Kangs,
it was the
how is there
time.
another Kang?
No, it was the time that he got the time thing all under control. So he created the TVA to basically take care of everything. So he kidnapped people because they were all variants. He got somehow this utopia place created so he could control everything. So you can look at it like, was he the bad guy to do that because there
Yeah.
was a time war happening,
Or was there someone that was more violent than he is that's out there?
it was a
like
variant of him that was worse? He basically said, "You will meet variants of me that are way worse than me." I am like it basically. You think about it, like when back in the day, like 4 years ago, when Trump became president, and people were like, "Well, you don't want Pence because he could be way worse." That's like basically he's like going, You think I'm bad?
You think he's bad? Wait till you meet the next guy.
Yeah, you meet the next guy, and I mean, so that's why he said, "I'll be seeing you again," because it's going to be a variant of him, but way worse. And then when Loki at the very end, when he goes running over to Luke Wilson.
Well, the thing is with that is I think she punched him into a different time.
No,
like not the time that they were in originally. I think
she didn't punch him though.
She when she pushed him into the time door.
Who are you talking about?
When Sylvie pushed Loki through the time door.
Yes.
I think she pushed him into just a random place.
The new time zone.
I don't think she knew where he was going to land.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's that. I don't think it's the timeline that he was on.
Right.
I think it's a different
Right.
timeline.
It's a different time. Yes. Well, you see the timelines all spreading out now.
Yeah, they're all fracturing.
So, like, he landed in a completely different timeline with the TVA, and you see the statue of Kang.
Yes.
So that means he is now.
He's in that timeline.
One of his variants is in this timeline, and he's like a different version, and he's obviously in charge now.
What also puts that out there is that in that timeline, there's a Loki as well, a different, like, their version of Loki is in that timeline.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Well, because think about it, all the timelines are fracturing. So whoever there is in this, there's all these different timelines now.
I mean, it's gonna get wackier.
Which is gonna open the door to, like, now you can bring in that girl as Iron Man. Now that explains how that's a possibility. You got all these different characters that you can open up and now say they're from different multiverse versions of different characters. Like, I saw a thing online, it was like with Endgame, like Marvel like painted themselves into a corner. Like, okay, we've killed this person, this person, this person. So now we only have these amount of characters left. And unfortunately, Chadwick Boseman passes away, which then takes Black Panther out of the equation. So now, like, opening up the multiverse gives you an opportunity to basically do whatever you want. It's like gives you a blank slate again. Like, you're back to square one. Like, you can pretty much have any character show up anywhere, and like you don't have to say anything. It's like you like MacGuffin to yourself with the timeline thing. You say, oh, the reason why the Fantastic Four thing now is because they're from this multiverse. The reason why mutants could be a thing is because they're from this universe.
Yeah, well, I mean, they'll bring in the mutants somehow. I mean, this could be the way.
The reason Deadpool's a thing in the Marvel universe now is because he's from a different universe.
Yeah.
So you kind of found a way to integrate everybody into the universe, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to spill over. And a part of me is wondering if season 2, which they announced post credits, will season 2 happen that, like, you know, we got Spider-Man, then we got Doctor Strange and Ant-Man all dealing with this with Kang.
Yeah.
And the multiple universes.
He's like the big bad of Phase 4. So
will season 2 take place after and help wrap things up? You know, that'd be interesting.
I think it's gonna be it's gonna start basically around that same time as the show ended.
No, I'm saying when is season 2 gonna happen? Because we don't have a season 2 planned out right now.
Oh, you mean in like congruent timeline wise?
Yeah, for viewing. So you have Spider-Man, then you have.
I think it'll be like right before like the big like Avengers type movie. Yeah, you know, it's leading to another like team up movie where they're all going to show up together and fight.
Yeah, Kang. I think they're always showing. I don't think that Kang is going to be a big bad.
Well, he's supposedly the big bad of Phase 4.
Supposedly, but yeah. I know Kevin Feige just said they're just going to do smaller scale stuff.
And I mean, not as big as Thanos, but I mean, I think he's going to be like the thing that like the Avengers have to get back together to defeat Kang.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's not going to be like someone that can get taken out by one superhero.
Well, he is just a person, so I don't know.
He has a time jump. He has that capability to jump around like the Kang did. So he's not going to be as easy to take out.
I guess my impression of this is he will eventually be taken out, but it will change the dynamic and everything with the MCU. And I don't know. I don't see him as a big bad because I see the Secret Invasion. Because that's happening too. Don't forget that's still happening.
That's a Disney Plus show, though. It's not a movie.
No, I know, but it's still happening in the MCU. We've already had.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't think it's going to be. You're not going to get like the bigger characters showing up in that. I don't think.
Secret Invasion will probably lead into the movies as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we see how it all falls into place and how they map it out.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
You know, they have plans for years and years. It's just they haven't told us what it is yet.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't know. It should be good. I thought for me, this final episode was yet again another 10. I thought I love Loki 100%. This is something I want to watch again. It's probably my favorite MCU show.
Yeah.
I tens across the board for me. I mean, I just loved it. That was so good.
Yeah, it was great. It was 2 heartbreaks in one episode. Like it was like the guy finds the girl. Finally, the girl like reciprocates, and then pushes him into a time door and releases him into some random time. So he gets heartbroken there. Then he finds his best friend again, who he finally had a best friend, and the best friend doesn't even know who he is.
Yeah.
And that was more heartbreaking than anything. I was just like, no.
Yeah.
Why?
Also,
I want the Mobius Loki team up like
this made a Loki like he grew as a character. Yeah. Also, he basically I love that you had 2 sides of the coin, 2 Lokis at each other. One, I cannot believe you because you're Loki. And the other one going, no, you can trust me. I've changed my ways.
Yeah.
And how they cannot trust each other. Well, one can, but the other, Sylvie was just trust. Like, no. Yeah. And because they're both Lokis.
Yeah, and they're so broken that they can't.
It reminded me a lot of Vision having to fight himself and having to deal with his own
mortality.
Yeah, and like you have 2 Lokis fighting. So it's like internal struggle. It's like you literally saw an internal struggle. So it's kind of, I love that. I thought it was so cool.
It's just gonna be an interesting situation too to kind of see like what happens with Sylvie now. She's like in the void, just sitting there. Where did what's her face go? The judge. Where did she just wander off to?
Also, did you notice the ring on her?
Yeah, she knows something.
She knew something's up because
Miss Minutes told her or something.
The last time Mobius was there, she said use a coaster.
Yeah.
And then she saw that there was a ring there. So I feel like it was a different timeline she was in, where he didn't use the coaster.
Yeah.
So.
Or she knew something was coming because of that.
Yeah, she looked over there.
That's why she went into the time door.
Right. Yeah. So many crazy things happened.
Yeah.
I do have some Easter egg stuff in the beginning.
Before that, by the way, I'm giving it a 10 as well.
Oh, okay.
My first one. Yep.
In the very beginning, we heard chatter that was all different MCU people.
Yes.
Which was kind of cool. I'm not going to go through them all. There's tons of them.
There was a bunch.
And then we also heard the 1945 song, It's Been a Long, Long Time.
Yeah.
And this was the song that Steve Rogers and Peggy Carter danced to.
Yes, at the end of Endgame.
Alternate timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool. Oh, nice little nod to that.
Yeah.
Let's see. I got some other stuff.
I mean, I know it's like an impossibility because they both have said publicly they're not going to be the characters again. But this does basically open up the door to bringing Robert Downey Jr. back as Iron Man and Chris Evans back as Captain America.
They're done, though.
I know they're done, but I'm saying it does leave that door open.
Yeah.
There could be multi-universe versions of them out there.
It would cheapen their deaths if they came back. But I mean, Robert Downey Jr. and them can always come back.
Steve Rogers didn't die. He just got old.
Yeah, and he retired his shield. So
yeah, but doesn't mean he can't like I said when the movie happened in the comic book. They end up giving him a serum and he de-ages again, and he's back to his normal self again.
Yeah.
So there's that possibility.
Kang had his purple cloak. Yes. I thought the guy who played him was fantastic. I thought that
the guy who plays Kang is great.
Yeah. And first thing I did, I looked up on IMDb. Is it the same actor who's playing Kang and Ant-Man? And it
Yeah,
was.
it is. Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
Also,
I knew that.
okay, so I think they should have done something a little bit different when it came to the marketing of Doctor Strange. When they put out the thing that said the title card is Doctor Strange,
In the Multiverse of Madness.
Right. You know what they should have done?
Just said Doctor Strange and not said Multiverse of Madness.
Made up some bullshit name at the bottom.
Or just not even said it, just said Doctor Strange 2.
And at the end of this series, it should have said, it said coming soon, Doctor Strange, and then show
or
you
put
the
a trailer
title
out
card.
for Doctor Strange 2 right after the show.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But I feel like they ruined a lot by giving us that title because everybody connected it together. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is I like rethinking on like the shows, and I know we've talked about this multiple times, like the way the shows were supposed to originally air. Like,
yeah, but it doesn't matter.
I'm just saying, if like Captain America: Winter Soldier had gone first, and then like Loki had gone second, and then you had WandaVision third.
Yeah.
Then you could have had at the end of WandaVision saying Wanda will return in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Because then you would have had that knowledge of what happens in Loki. They'd have been like, whoa, they're going to go that way. You know? Whereas this way, we already knew they're going to a multiverse. So all this stuff with Loki and the timeline stuff, you're like, well, some way they have to get the multiverses going.
That's my point.
But if you had done it the opposite way and had Wanda gone last,
but
then they could have put that title card that you were saying at the end of
WandaVision. They could have done that with this one too. It didn't matter.
I know. I'm just saying, but because then she's going to be in that movie. I'm saying, so you could have, connected it that way, and then you wouldn't have had would have been more of a.
I'm just saying, Disney marketing should have held back that title card. Should not, because I'm just saying, internet. We're all like, okay, well, this is going to be connected somehow.
Yeah.
And we know where this is going. But if they kept that a secret, it would have been.
They just say Doctor
surprise.
Strange 2 and not said anything, and then like at the end of this said like coming this November or whatever.
Doctor Strange
the Multiverse of Madness.
Right. They could have called
people's Dr. brains Strange. Been like, or
it would have been more of a surprise.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. They could have called it Doctor Strange Electric Boogaloo. Just give it a stupid name, and people would have been like, "Oh, okay." And then,
or even a better way to do it is to not put that end credit scene on WandaVision, and then put that end credit scene at the end of Loki's credits, with Wanda out in the cabin, and then have that at the very end saying, "Next, like, coming soon."
Yeah.
Doctor Strange. Imagine how big of a mind blow that would have been if you had that whole sequence of Wanda off in the cabin floating in midair after you just watched the full season of WandaVision, a full season of Captain America, and a full season of Loki. You have no idea what happened to Wanda. You have not know what's going on. You would have seen all this stuff going on with Loki, and they had not announced the name of the Doctor Strange movie. So then you watch all the way through Loki. You see Loki season 2's coming, and you're like, "Oh, cool, Loki season 2." And then at the end of the Loki credits, it cuts to that Wanda sequence.
It would have been all right. I mean, it wasn't a
and
great.
Then they put the thing at the end, Doctor Strange and the Multitude of Madness. You'd been like, "What is going on? What is happening?"
Yeah, that would have been cool.
That'd have been epic.
Yeah, I just feel like they shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, they kind of shot their load before they.
Yeah, I kind of like being surprised, so I kind of feel like that would have been.
Kind of
nice.
like it was just very very. I mean, I know it's all pandemic stuff had happened and all that, so that's why.
Yeah,
because wouldn't originally had Doctor Strange already have come out before Loki came out?
No. Mark, I don't know. I don't care. It doesn't that bother me. I don't know.
No, I'm just saying because that's what I think. I'm just saying that I think the way that they wanted things to come out or play out, because I think where Black Widow's spot was where Doctor Strange was originally.
Yeah. Black Widow was supposed to come out last year. Doctor
So
Strange.
if you thought about it,
this
you would
year.
have seen Loki's season finale and have gone right into Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Doctor Strange was supposed to come out March of this year.
Yeah.
But just the way things are. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't.
Doctor Strange is supposed to be May.
Yeah, May.
So that would have made more sense. It would have been right around that same time frame.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It is crazy. Is Doctor Strange coming out this year? Or
yes, I just said, I think November. I said.
Yeah,
November. Because that would have been crazy if that had been like. Because that would have made more sense of. No, so here's how it was supposed to be. Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness was scheduled for May 7th of 2021.
Yeah, we said May.
Yeah. It is now coming out March 25th of 2022.
Oh, next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll all be fine. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Anyway, great episode. I can't wait to rewatch them all again. It's just like a fun show. It was funny because Allison's like, I want to watch it, and I'm like, you still have to watch the second part of Endgame. So I feel like you should watch that first because you won't
like second part of the Infinity War.
Yeah. Yeah. She hasn't watched it yet. So I'm like, we should watch that first.
Nothing's going to make sense if you don't watch that.
Yeah. Well, I generally am the person to be like, oh, you should watch this. And I haven't. We just haven't got a chance to. So I said, after that, then you can watch Loki. And then I said, oh, Black Widow. You want to see Black Widow?
Yeah.
You still need to watch that second part because
it makes more sense.
Yeah. There's got to be things at the end of the movie
actually
that make any sense.
Have her watch Black Widow first, and then have her watch Endgame. Because I would like to see. Here's why.
Why?
I'd like to see the theory of if they'd put Black Widow out before Endgame came out, if what happens at Endgame would have been more poignant.
I think so. I think
Allison would be a great witness test to this.
Nice.
Have her watch Black Widow first, and then have her watch Endgame and see how it affects her differently than it affected us.
Right. And I could stop it before the after credits scene that you see her grave.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't even know she died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do an experiment on your wife for us, would you please?
I should do that. Make her watch Black Widow, then we watch the finale.
Yeah, then you watch Endgame, and then you can go into the Disney Plus shows.
Right. Yeah. I should do that.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. I like it too.
It would make more sense. It'd be cool to see her reaction or get her reaction to it with a different take on how we all saw it.
Yeah. I mean, the great thing is Disney Plus puts them in, you can watch them in chronicle order.
Oh, you can. Clarity's done that like twice already. I think she's gone through the whole thing.
Yeah. So I kind of like that idea.
Yeah.
But, all right, Marcus, is there anything else?
No, I'm excited for season 2, which they haven't announced when that's happening yet. But I'm assuming sometime next year. Now we just start getting ready for What If.
What If, baby? That's
I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
August 11th. 10 episodes. It's gonna be a fun adventure to see how this all works out.
Well, yeah. Well, what ifs are just fun.
Yeah.
They're what ifs.
The one thing we didn't say.
What?
During this whole thing is, I don't know if you saw this. Haley Atwell, Peggy Carter, was announced to be in Doctor Strange 2 as a multiverse version of her character.
That's pretty cool. So, I don't want to know anybody that's going to be in it because I don't want to ruin the surprise.
That was only one, and it's because they were promoting the What If episode where she's Captain Carter.
Yeah.
So they were saying, you know, you will see Captain Carter in Doctor Strange too.
Man, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Um.
And did you see the Deadpool
Yes.
org? Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was really funny. They did a watching of the Fall Guy trailer.
Yeah.
Which I forgot Fall Guy was coming out.
Yeah, it's been in a Sony Fox purgatory. It's
Yeah.
the last vestige of the Fox film franchises.
Yeah. But how cool was it? Great to see Deadpool and what's his face? Is it
Korg?
Korg?
Yeah.
And
like
then
Waititi.
yeah, they go
Plays
back
the
and
bad
forth.
guy and Free Guy, so it makes sense.
They're going back and forth, and
Yeah.
we got to hear some curse words from Deadpool, even though it's censored.
Yeah.
And it was great. I mean, this is kind of like the first crossover. I mean, we have Deadpool with an MCU character.
Yeah.
So
They picked on Disney Plus, which was awesome.
Yep. Yeah.
Because everyone's got a Disney Plus show now, except for Deadpool.
And he's like, you get really successful, then you wait for your phone to ring,
and then maybe your agent will call you and invite you to be a part of Marvel.
Yeah, so good. And I mean, yeah, I hope they do more of those. But yeah, that's fucking awesome.
I think the cool way to do, as I was watching, I was thinking, the cool way to bring Deadpool into the Marvel universe would be for him to just not even be in the Marvel universe to start. Like have him do like stuff like that, like YouTube, social media things.
Yeah.
And like keep him on the outside just complaining about how come I'm not in there? Why am I not involved? Like, and have characters like have him like going around and like talking to people like, why can't I be a part of this? Like have him actually be like a real life person in the Marvel universe, kind of fourth wall breaking like he would be in the comic book.
Yeah. Deadpool 3, I mean, they are going to do it. It's going to be rated R. So we'll see. I mean, I think that will, I'm sure there's going to be cameos like he did with the X-Men.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be jokes about having Disney money now and cameos in there.
Recently, Hugh Jackman posted a photo on social media of him with a cigar, like somewhat suggesting maybe one more time.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I didn't see that. When did you post that?
He posted, I want to say like last week sometime, he posted something hinting at him being Wolverine again. It was on social media somewhere. I remember seeing it like being a thing. Like people were like, "Go what?"
I don't know.
Here, I think I just found it. It's from Tuesday. Has teased a return to the role of X-Men Wolverine in a series of cryptic Instagram posts.
Oh.
The Australian actor previously played the mutant, blah, blah, blah. However, Jackman yesterday shared an Instagram story that featured a pair of images strongly hinting at a return to the role.
Wow.
The first thing he posted a photo of just a black hand with gold claws.
Yeah, I see that.
Then he posted a picture of him with Kevin Feige.
Yeah. But then he also posted after that, like something about a director passing away, Richard Donner.
Yeah.
I don't know, because Richard Donner did a lot of stuff with
yeah. Because like a lot of people are saying now, because of the Loki thing, you could bring him back now as a different multi-version of Wolverine.
Yeah.
And Ryan Reynolds has been trying like continually to get him to be in the next Deadpool movie. So.
I know. Hey, we'll see. I think anything's possible.
Yeah.
I can't poo-poo the idea.
I mean, imagine Deadpool Cable Wolverine movie.
Yeah, that would be pretty epic, man.
That would be the best.
If you
I'd be
got,
in for that. And a
but
Domino, you have X Force. You just basically make X Force.
I hate to break it to you though, Mark. There's already time travel in the last Deadpool movie. The time travel device.
I know
There's already time travel there.
that wasn't in the MCU though. That's the thing.
But if he still has that device, they could do anything.
I mean, there was already time travel in the MCU and Endgame, so there you go.
Yeah, you're getting into it deep when time travel becomes part of
It's this
plot.
comic books. That's you're getting comic booky when you start using time travel. I mean, they already were in space. You've done space. Now it's time to do time travel.
Yep, pretty much.
The
Anyway,
next would
Mark,
be aliens. So you got to do the three things. You do space adventures with aliens, and then alien invasions, and then you do the time travel storylines. Then you do the aliens that can transform into your favorite characters, who then invade your universe.
Secret Invasion.
Yeah, and then that leads to the big giant alien who eats planets, Galactus. So there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you'd have your gotta go through all the tropes.
Pretty much. We're getting there.
Yeah.
All right, Mark. We should wrap this up.
All right.
Well, that's been a show. Loki is great. Next week we'll have tons of stuff. Like us in the old Facebook, Geekonomics podcast.
Yes. Thank you all for watching and subscribing, and keep following us on all the social medias.
And we'll be back next week.
We will. Have a great week, everybody. See you.
Salute my shorts.
Salute your shorts.